Let me know if you can see my screen.
By your screen is visible.
Okay, sure. Okay, so as Yusuf already told that this is the fourth series of this great event that IEEE AMU branch is organizing. So today I will talk about like what are the MS opportunities in Canada and how can we grab that. First of all, let's start with my university, like what is the how the engineering background is here at University of Windsor. This is a small video, so maybe we can watch that. Or yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, why it's visible.
Okay, let's start. Okay, so we will watch this video later. This video will give you the introduction about the University of Windsor, like what are the different departments here, about the engineering, and what are the different research works that is going on here. So we will watch it later. This is just the introduction about me. I completed my mechanical engineering from AMU in 2020, worked at Sur Lab under the supervision of Dr. Yasser Rafat. I worked in the battery thermal management system in this lab. After completing my undergrad, I applied for Master in Applied Science degree at University of Windsor and received the fully funded opportunity in Electrical and Computer Engineering department. I started in January 2021 here and started as a graduate research assistant at BMS Lab. Currently, I'm a IEEE graduate student member, and recently I presented my one research works in IEEE conference organized in collaboration with IES. So I received Young Professional and Student Paper Award there. So this is the basic introduction about me. Now we can start from this slide. So there are basic few points that you have to consider before choosing a university. So if you are planning to come to Canada for pursuing your master's degree, then in my opinion, you can consider these points before coming to Canada. So let's start discussing. So first of all, you can just take a look of ranking of all the universities, what are the different ranks. It's already available on the internet. And then you have to focus what are the different research works that is going on in the university. What are your interests, like in your field, whatever is your field of interest. You can see what are the different research works according to you is going on in that particular university. After that, you have to discuss with your prospective supervisor that what will be the project you will be working on if you get admitted in the masters. So you have to consider that also. And funding opportunity, yeah, this is one of the main aspects that you have to consider. So according to me, these are the 4 points that you have to consider before choosing any university for your master's here. And yeah, sometimes what I feel, sometimes you have to compromise you have to compromise with the ranking and the funded opportunity. For example, if you are receiving a fully funded opportunity, for example, you don't have to worry about your fees. You don't have to worry about uh, you don't have to worry about your living, all is covered by your supervisor or your university, then you can little bit compromise with the ranking. So these are the few points that according to me is important before choosing the university. Now, why I choose University of Windsor? Like what was my plan to choose here? Because I already received offers from different some other universities in Canada, but I choose University of Windsor. Uh, I choose this university because the project that I gained to work in my MSc, it was my interested field of study, like battery modeling. I have the interest in that, so that was my first point that I consider. And then it's a great opportunity for me to work directly with the industry. There's one industry, Gates Corporation. It's a international company, so my thesis is in collaboration with them. I'm working directly with them. I'm engaging different meetings with them. I'm going to their factories to just see what is going on there, just doing my experiment, some of my experiments there. And this is the great opportunity for me to work directly with an industry. And over to that, I received a fully funded opportunity. All the expenses of my living, all the expenses of my fees, all is covered by my supervisor. So this was the great opportunity for me. And yeah, and the research lab of University of Windsor, it's a good one in terms of battery research. So there are various machines in my university that I haven't seen before. So that's why I consider University of Windsor for my master's. Yeah, I know like the ranking of University of Windsor is a little bit lower, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you come here, because the thing that matters is the research, how good the research is going on in your lab, and how good is your supervisor, and what are the funding opportunities you are getting. So that's why I prefer University of Windsor as compared to other universities that I already received offers, because I haven't like these kinds of offers from there. So that's why I choose this university. Now, what are the application procedures that you can follow before applying the here? So as you all know that the deadline of the deadline matters. For example, if you are applying for a fall term means the term is starting from the September. So if you are planning to apply for the fall term, then you have to complete all your documentations till December last, because all the universities, all the major universities have the deadline of mid-January. If you haven't applied till mid-January, then you won't be eligible for the scholarships. So you have to prepare all your documents before December end, so that you can easily apply till mid-January. So these are the 2 points that you have to be focused on. And yeah, the good thing in Canadian university is if you are planning to pursue a research-based degree, then you have to approach professors. You have to like type the email to the professors by writing that, yeah, I'm interested to your research lab. This is my resume, and this is my research work that I already worked, and I'm interested to pursue my master's in your lab. So can you just let me know if there is any vacancy? So like in this way, you can approach to professors and you can talk to them what are the possibilities of masters and what are the funding possibilities in your lab. So this way you have to approach to the professors, and when professor will give you the sign that okay, you can apply in my lab, then you have to apply for the university. You can also apply in the universities where you haven't received any reply from the professor, but I don't know like if you get the admission in that or not. Like it's a possibility you can get or not. It's not sure. It's not sure, because like for getting the admission in research based master, you have to be sure that some professor is ready to supervise you. So that's why we have to approach professors before applying in a research based master's degree. Yeah, I should have to tell there are two master's degrees here, MSc and MEng. MSc is Masters in Applied Science, and second is MEng, Masters in Engineering. So Masters in Applied Science is it's a bit kind of research-based degree. MEng is a course-based degree. So in MEng there is no funding. It's already written in all the websites of different universities. There is no funding. You just have to apply. When you will get the admission, you just have to pay the fees and yeah, complete the degree. But in MSc, you have to take the permission of one of the professors to supervise you, and then you have to apply, and you will get the funding from the professors and some departmental funding also. So this is the basic terminology here. After that, yeah, you will need an English proficiency test. So in all the universities of Canada, IELTS, they consider IELTS. So you can give the IELTS. Major universities consider 6.5 as overall band and 6 in individual group. So this is the basic requirement of all the major universities. But yeah, I think you can find one or two universities which require 7 as overall band. So you have to just Google it, the universities, and like see what are the requirements before applying in that particular program. Yeah, and after that, you have to already prepare the degree and your transcripts. You have to prepare 2 letters of recommendation and a statement of purpose. Yeah, statement. These are the two, like the last 2 points: statement of purpose and letter of recommendation. So this should be good. Yeah, but if some professor is already ready to supervise you, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter much what is your letter of recommendation or whatever. But yeah, you have to prepare a good SOP. So you have to focus on that. So these are the some of the points that you have to consider as a procedure to apply in Canadian universities. So like this is the all that you have to consider till applying. Yeah, that's all from my side. These are some of the links that you can see, like the Google Scholar profile to just see my research works, LinkedIn, and my email ID if you have any questions to ask.
Oh, I think that was a very wonderful session. Now we'll take up the questions that are in the chat box. Just a second.
Okay.
Syed Imamuddin is asking, Pradeep, why did ZFR help you to get admission to the University of Windsor?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Like working in the club give you the skills, and skills matter. Like when, uh, when I get admitted in the ZFR, when I selected for the Formula Electric Vehicle, that's the event from where I should say it's a life changing event, because from that event I make my interest in the lithium ion batteries. So after that event, I started working in the lithium ion batteries and just like multiplying it. So that was so I should say that ZFR was the game changing for me. You should have to gain the skills, and for that you have to work some on real-time projects. Yeah.
All right. Why I also have a personal question. Like I'm in second year right now in electronics engineering, and I've seen your profile that you have done a research internship at MyTax and at IIT Kanpur. So, what advice would you give me right now that I should, do to, get entry into MyTax or, as a research assistant at any IIT?
Okay, so first of all, I did my second year research internship at IIT Roorkee. So yeah, so like if you have to do any research internship after second year, so you just have to mail the professors. Same as I told you about the approaching professors for for your masters. Same is happened if you have to find any internship, research internship. You just have to mail to professors, and you just have to just make him ready that he will supervise you for your internship. Also, apart from that, if you were not able to get any summer internship, or let's say like this is the COVID time, it is not happening that you are getting any internship, you can also start any research project in AMU also, because you just have to gain the research experience. Okay.
Um, Mohammed Mamoon is asking, what is the total expense, fees plus living of the master's program in Canada?
Okay. Okay. As I already told, if you have, like, if you are planning to opt for MEng, the course-based program, then all the expense will be on you. There will be no funding. You have to pay all the fees, all your living. Then you just have an option to do the part-time and all the things. But if you are planning to go for a research-based master that I'm pursuing, master in applied science, then you will receive funding from your supervisor, and some of the funding from departmental funding. For example, the like teaching assistant, graduate assistant. So these are some of the fundings that you will receive from your department. And apart from that, you can ask your supervisor that you are working on a research project, and yeah, they will give you the RA2 as a research assistant. So these are the possibilities of funding that you will receive. In my, like, for my case, I'm not spending a single penny from my pockets. All is covered from the supervisor. But maybe in some universities, if you are getting admission, some professors don't have that much fund. But in that case too, all your expense, at least 80% of your expenses will be covered from your university. So you just have to pay the 20% of whatever is remaining. This is the general scenario of Canada. So for the research based program, I think you don't have to worry much.
Um, just a second. Mohammed Walid is asking, do most Canadian universities accept 3-year bachelor's degree for admission in MS?
Oh yeah, that's the case. I think no, they accept 4-year program.
All right. Syed Imamuddin is again asking a question. What are the prerequisites for the research internships?
Okay, okay, okay. So let's let's take your case, Yusuf. So you are in a second year. Okay. So
Yes.
if you are applying for a summer internship, or if you are approaching to any professor, then they won't consider much, because they already know you just completed a first year. So they don't expect that you did a like lot of things as a research in your degree, because it's just a 1 year since you start your bachelor's. So for the second year, it doesn't matter much. So you just have to approach professor and write your like approaching mail in a better way, so that you can just show you have the interest to do the research. But yeah, if you are planning to apply for example, if you are planning to apply in MyTex after your third year, then you must have a little bit some research experience in your profile. I'm not saying a lot, but yeah, some projects, some skills, uh, like one research based project. So it will help you in gaining the MyTex research internship. So it matters like in which year you are, and uh, yeah, like in which year you are, and how much is the skills and research project you have. So these are the some of the requisites for the research internship or summer internships.
Mirza Ahmed Beg is asking, is there anything specific you want us to keep in mind when changing your branch for masters?
Okay, okay. Uh, like when you come abroad for your masters, then brand doesn't matter here. It matters what project you are working on. Is it your like interesting field? This is matters, because like my field of interest was battery. So I did my bachelor's in mechanical, but here I got the opportunity to work on a battery modeling. It's a bit kind of a my thesis project. It's a bit kind of related between mechanical and electrical, because I'm working on a thermal modeling of batteries using electrical equivalent circuit. So like I already searched out that there is a branch doesn't matter here. You just have to focus that what is your project that you are on working. because after all, after masters, if you have to go to if you have to search for a job, then they won't see from which branch you are. They will see like what projects you did, what are the skills you are having. If you have the skills according to their job profile, then you will get the job. So yeah, this is all you can
Moving
consider
on
before
to the
choosing a university.
moving on to the next question by Anika Tasneem is asking what about PR and jobs in Canada?
Okay, PR, like after completing the masters here, you have to apply for a work permit. Then you will receive like 3 years work permit. If your like if your program was 2 years, then you will get the 3 years work permit. So after completing your this tenure, you can just apply to the PR, and like people receive easily PR here. And yeah, you have the good job opportunities here, but you know, everywhere in the world, you have to gain the skills to gain the job. This is the basic funda.
All right. Nematullah Farooqi is asking, does chemical engineering have any edge in battery, specifically lithium research, lithium battery
Can you
research?
repeat? Can you
Uh,
repeat the
does
question?
does chemical engineering have any edge in lithium battery research?
Yeah, why not? Because like there are a lot of research is still going on in the batteries for the like for electrode discovery, for the materials, for the battery manufacturing. So all this thing is related to the chemical. Or like I know some of the chemical engineers who are like they are some of my friends in different labs of Canada who are working on the battery manufacturing. So they are all from the chemical background. So yeah, there are a scope of chemical engineers in battery research.
All right. Syed Mohammed Abbas is asking, do we need any research experience in order to get selected in MyTax?
Okay, you don't need a very specific research or a very high research, but yeah, you at least you should have to like you have to show that you did different projects. You have to show a good profile so that they will consider you, because you know like lot of students from different countries, they are applying for this internship. So you have to show that yeah, for this you for this project you are more eligible. So for that you have to show that yeah, you have these skills, you have completed these projects.
All right.
And if yeah, and if you have any like research paper that I'm not assuming that like a second year student can have, but it's a age things. Like it will give you some plus points.
Mohammed Zubair is asking, comparing Canada and Germany, which place will you weigh more for a research-based master's? What are the major differences you can point out?
Okay, so both countries have like their own prospects. For example, Germany, they don't for major universities they don't have any fees, but they have the living expense. Okay, so according to research, both the countries have a good research. It's upon you what you choose, like which universities you like, and like what project you like. So it's upon you, but on the basis of research, all both the universities are good. And yeah, like in Canada you have to apply for a research based master and you will get the funding. uh, so yeah, you will get the funding as a departmental or from a supervisor. On the other hand, when you apply for a Germany, they don't have any fees, tuition fees, but they have the living expense that you have to cover. So for that you can maybe you can apply for some graduate assistant positions. Yeah, only living expense you have to think over there. Yeah.
Mohammed Hamid is asking, how to study in our bachelor's? Are books and lectures enough?
Okay, how to study in a bachelor's? Yeah, I think for the AMU, it's enough for the bachelors, like from the professor that who are just giving the lectures and the books. Yeah, for the
All right.
bachelors, this is. Yeah.
Yes. Anika Tasmim is asking how to change branch from mechanical to electrical or a computer science branch.
Okay, so is she asking in bachelor's or when you go for master's?
I'm assuming when you go for masters.
Okay, so there is no any specific process. You just have to apply. For example, from in my case, I just approach a supervisor who was from electrical background. So I sent a mail that okay, I'm interested in your lab to work. This is my profile, and according to my profile, he was interested to work with me. So there is no specific process that you have to follow to change the branch. You just have to convince the professor that okay. I'm from different branch, but I'm capable to do that. And then you just have to apply after taking his or her permission. So, like for example, if he is ready to supervise you, even from you did your bachelor's from different background, then that's all. You just have to apply. There is no any formal process or anything.
Shanur Rahman is asking, is there any part-time courses in management offered by Canadian University? If yes, is the application process different from the normal?
Okay, I think yeah, part-time management some universities offer. You can take a look on the websites, but yeah, I think application process is a little bit different. For example, in research-based masters, it's all about the research, but in management, it's not. You will have to give the IELTS test, and over to that, I'm assuming you will have to give the GMAT also, and GRE, I think. So it's a little bit different process for the management. So I think you have to check on the website because I'm not too sure about that. So yeah, you have to check on the website.
All right. Syed is asking, can we apply for remote research under professors of the University of Windsor?
What do you mean by remote research?
I'm assuming that working on a research project remotely under the professors from your university.
Okay. Yeah, like yeah, you can approach to professor if they are ready. Yeah, I did one project with a one Italian professor during my undergrad. It was also a kind of a remote project because I never went to Italy for that project. I did all the things from India. So I guess if this professor is ready, you can work with them. So yeah, you can approach the professor. Yeah, it can be possible.
Mirza is asking, on what basis are the scholarships provided to a student?
Okay, so there are some departmental scholarship. For example, one is international entrance scholarship. Uh, when you get admit, you can apply to that. So these kind of departmental scholarships is uh, like they see what is your grades in your bachelor's and what is your profile and what are the different other candidates who are applying. So yeah, like basis is just your grades and your profile before. And yes, at what time you applied for the scholarships, because these all scholarships are first come first serve. So like more before you apply, it will be better for you to gain these scholarship.
All right, I think these were the questions, and I hope all the doubts are cleared. I once again would like to thank Pradeep Kumar Bhai for such a wonderful session. Now, I would like to invite Sabahat Ahmed Khan for the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Th- Thank you, Yusuf. Just a second. Hello everyone, my name is Sabat Ahmad Khan and I am a member of IEEE AMU Student Branch Event Conceptualization Team. And on behalf of IEEE AMU Student Branch, I would like to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to all who helped us in making this webinar a resounding success. First and foremost, I would want to extend a grateful vote of thanks to our guest today, Mr. Pradeep Kumar Bhai, for gracing today's webinar. Uh, Thank you for your very interesting lecture and wonderful presentation, by as well as for making this webinar interesting and relevant. It would be an understatement to say that your experience and advice about studying abroad were helpful to all of us. I would like to thank our chairman, Mr. Salan Hamid, our secretary, Abbas Nuruddin Bhai, and all the coordinators. I would also like to thank all the co-coordinators of all the teams for their dedication and teamwork. Now I would like to present the certificate of appreciation. One second. Is it visible? So,
Yes, it's visible.
okay. Thank you, Bhai, for being with us. And finally, all the students who turned up in such great numbers, and not only from our department, but also from other departments and other colleges. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Thank you guys. It was really a nice event, and I'm happy that you guys are working well to organizing all these good events. It's really nice to organize these kind of events because it will give the information to you and also different other students of a prestigious university. So yeah, I should say keep going and keep AME proud.
Thank you, very.
Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you. Have a good night.